Hi, my name's Judy Schrempf of the Financial Health Club. Hopefully, if you've been watching over the last couple of weeks, you've been getting your financial life in order. You've been grabbing papers that I've suggested you get, putting them into a safe place, and getting things somewhat organized. If you've been doing that, great. And if you have been doing that, then you're ready to move on and look at some options to consider with everything you've organized. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about investing. And in particular, I'm going to talk to you about the Registered Disability Savings Plan. Now, this is a relatively new plan announced in 2008. I think there's still very few people participating in it, partly because it's somewhat misunderstood and people don't quite know how to get at it. So this segment today is for people who are collecting the disability tax credit, people who are disabled, people who know someone who's got a disability, parents of children with disabilities. If you know someone who has a disability, you need to watch today. Now, the Registered Disability Savings Plan is available to a beneficiary who is between birth and 60 years old, but really we're going to talk about 49 because you get grants up into age 49. But you can create this savings plan much like an RESP and receive government grants for up to $3,500 a year. So over the life of the plan, the government will provide you grants of $70,000. So that's why I think it's a fantastic plan. The grants, I say, can go up to $3,500 a year depending on your income level. So I'm just going to take you through a very basic example of an average person out there. So let's say you're 24 years old and you have a disability. What you would do is you would contribute $1,000 a year, and let's say you go for 25 years. So you contribute till you're 49 years old. $1,000 a year for the next 25 years would get a $1,000 grant per year from the government. So you would be investing $2,000 a year. So let's just say you put it in something maybe just a little more interesting than a GIC. Let's say you put, that $2,000 a year is invested at 4% per year. What that means is that at the end of 25 years, you will have saved $86,000 used for whatever purpose you want. The great thing about that, if you look at it, is that you've only contributed $1,000 a year, or $25,000, and it's grown to $86,000. In our normal investment world, you'd have to have found an investment that pays you a guaranteed 8% per year. I think it's a fantastic plan because it can be used for everything that you need it to do. And it's a great thing to do as a retirement savings plan, or if you've got a disabled child, it gives them a cushion when they get into their later years in life. The other great thing about it is that it doesn't affect the benefits that they would otherwise receive from the government. So it's not considered in their old age security calculation, their child tax, their GST, those type of credits that are available. So now that's the worst case scenario because that's someone who is only qualifying for the basic grant. But remember, this number could be as much as $3,500 a year. Now, there's so many scenarios and there's so many ways to look at it, and it really isn't that difficult to set up, but you really need to deal with it. You need a social insurance number, and you need to know that the disability tax credit is being received, and then you're set to go to set up the plan. So I really encourage you to look at it, and if you'd like to go to my blog, I will be giving more explanation of that on my blog, judyschrempf.wordpress.com. So have a look at that and do something about it. Thanks for watching.